What is up? What is up, everyone? This is Mark the Mike. This is another Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cyclone Inc. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Lou Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we have the night after WrestleMania shows of Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown to go through. We also have some really good AEW shows as well. Didn't watch the Impact because I saw it was a Multiverse of Madness matches recap. So I was like, all right, I watched it already, so I didn't need to watch it. So next week's Impact will probably be me and Josh, the one that me, Josh, and Julio are at.
Okay.
Because I think that's the go home. The 2 episodes that we were in were the go home episodes to the pay per view, which is on the following Saturday.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I might order. Looks good. Impact been doing fucking some great stuff. I'm just saying.
No secret.
Oh man. Was there any news? Not really much news. That I can't think of anyway. I know.
Well, 2 people got married for real. That's kind of.
Oh yeah, Alexa Bliss got married.
2 people got married. What was it? Carmelo was
and
early
Carmelo
in the week, and then it was and Corey Graves, right?
Yep.
They made a big deal about that.
Yeah.
And then if you knew that Bliss was getting married.
Yeah, she had a whole concert and everything in her wedding.
Well, isn't her husband a singer?
Yeah.
Like a band dude? Like, come on. I'm sure he knows all the good stuff. So. Hey, listen, that's their taste. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know music like that.
But
anymore, so.
That's pop music, boy band stuff. Like a big movie we watched this week, but that sounded good, but that's right.
That's pretty funny.
But so yeah, congratulations, Alexa Bliss and Carmella and Corey Graves all getting married.
Yes, sir.
And sad. I saw the picture with Strowman and Gonzalez with Alexa. It's cute.
Well, yeah, I know they're all friends in real life. That's cool. And I know isn't Strowman and Gonzalez been a thing for a minute, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I do appreciate them all though being still friends throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
Because you see so many of them still like hang out together.
Yeah. I think she admitted Alexa got really close doing the mixed tag team thing, and they actually had they had the time of life doing it. So they were actually became really close after that, and it was cool.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Team Little Big.
Bring it back.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind that back. They actually have good mixes now. I guess Kevin Owens has to team up with Rhea Ripley's now.
Why not? Let's do it.
You saw the look. Dan Lyons.
Mm-hmm. And she don't want to go to SmackDown to help out Liv, so you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Weekend Wrestling. We can start that now. We kick off with Monday Night Raw, and we get the beginning opening with Cody Rhodes.
Yes, sir. Did you see it?
Yes, I did. It was a good promo. It looks like he got froze, like he got stuck in the thing that guides him up. But other than that, it was a good promo. I like the Seth's reaction and the handshake, but I think there's gonna be a lot more coming to that. It looks like they're gonna continue that. That'll be his first rivalry coming back, and so far he also is gonna fight the Miz on Monday this week.
That makes sense. More battle of the suits. Why? Yes. Is that what he did when he came back? Did he come back to fight every wrestler in a suit? So
every man in a suit. So Edge is next.
Who's the most fashionable man in WWE on Raw?
Oh man, Edge is crazy right now. You don't want.
He might have to fight Paul Heyman.
Don't fight Paul Heyman. Lucky Roman don't wear a suit.
Yeah, Roman's like, I don't wear suits. The bloodline doesn't wear suits.
But Edge is killing people, trying to take people's lives, so I'll be careful.
I mean, hasn't he always?
Yeah, he has.
Kind of the thing. Not a surprise. Good to see him though.
But a solid promo, and it leading into more stuff with Seth Rollins. He gave him a handshake and kind of laughed, and see where that goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Our first matchup is Sasha Banks and Naomi defeat Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Good match.
Again, good match, but this is going to be the problem for the show, I think. that makes it so weak in my eyes is the fact that already rematch.
Yep. And
Because it's not that I'm mad. There's a rematch. It's just who else will they fight? The roster is starting to show
yeah.
the size.
So we had a little story afterwards with Rhea and Liv, and Rhea being kind of pissed off that they lost, and we'll see where that goes from there. And then Kevin Owens comes out with Rhea Ripley leaving, and they gave each other like they're gonna fight. I was hoping they fight. That would actually be cool. But no, Kevin Owens has their interruption, and he actually goes on to a rant. And then this man that was once named Elias came back as Ezekiel.
Oh, how dare you? Who is Elias? Elias is dead.
Elias
He is Elias's
dead.
younger brother, Ezekiel.
And the rise of Ezekiel. You know, when he said his name Ezekiel, all I think about is the meme. Like, what's your name?
Oh, wasn't that
Tony.
something? Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, I
you,
thought you knew.
Tony.
See, people
What
were
is your
saying
name?
I don't know the guy, but I know him by name, Ezekiel Jackson, and I was just like, what? I was like, wow, okay, but it turns out it's this guy.
Yeah.
So how long has that guy been gone?
Um. Elias.
Yeah, how long is he? No. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. Well, Ezekiel, to our standards, he has not debuted at all.
Okay.
His big brother, Elias, he's been out for about a year.
Okay. All right.
Remember, I think.
Do we know what the story though? Was he hurt, or did they just have nothing?
They just had nothing for him. They was gonna rebring his. They was gonna change the guitar gimmick, and then they just had nothing for him. So they shaved him bald. He looks like a very buff Chris Kattan, and he got stunned. He got beat up by.
He looks like a slightly more I don't want to say manly. He looks like a slightly more battle tested Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Like if he got into actual fights in his life,
Yeah.
that's what Bradley Cooper might look like. Yeah, just okay. He's a
Next
handsome
match.
man, but
Yeah.
what I need to ask, Mark? This was a whole segment. What's going down? What do you think is the future of Ezekiel?
I don't know, and I don't care.
You don't care about Ezekiel?
I don't know. You know what? What he
How
kind of
dare
got
you?
me laughing when he said, "That's my older brother." I don't know what you're talking about. So that kind of made me laugh. I kind of want to see where this is gonna go, but I don't have high hopes for it.
I wonder how long it's gonna last because KO was not buying it. That's
Yeah,
that's
he was-
my thing.
Yo,
He was
K-
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yo, Kevin Owens been gold. Like his promos, him going outbursts and shit like that has been gold. So yeah.
Also, I shout outs to the people who posted up the clip from Elias and KO with the biggest crowd boo
Yeah.
when he dissed the Seattle crowd and
Yeah.
about the basketball team.
Mhm.
And I was just like, yo, that was like, I have to give him props because when you put it in isolation, that was 2 minutes of a crowd just booing continuously. That's crazy.
That was great. That was very
That's
great.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
All right. We got The Miz defeats Rey Mysterio, and Veer brought destruction to Mysterio and Dominic because everyone beats up Mysterio and Dominic.
why you gotta what? Why Veer? I thought you was cool, man.
So
Why you?
instead of going for like the big guy or a big guy that will make a big impact, he goes for the smallest guy to make a big impact.
Why you? Veer, I thought you was the man. Shit.
Man, he's gonna go. Yeah, I don't see him lasting that long, to be honest.
Unless they let him show off his personality, it's gonna be another one of those. Oh, he's sound in the ring, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
Because I've seen his stuff, Merc. He's actually funny.
Yeah. All right. We got Bianca Belair shined to begin her reign as Raw Women's Champion. Great promo. Strong promo from her. I was hoping for someone to kind of show up to be the next challenger. I was actually hoping for an NXT person or maybe someone that hasn't been on TV for a while, as in Asuka or Bailey. But we got nothing, and I was a little disappointed with that.
Yeah, very sad not to see anybody,
I would've
especially
took
anybody
Raquel.
new. Especially anybody new.
Yeah. I would have took Raquel Gonzalez. I think that would have been a good standoff.
I mean, knowing that she's on SmackDown,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'd take the consolation prize, but she wasn't the first person to pop in my head.
Yeah.
I was expecting just anybody.
Io.
There was nobody.
Io would have been dope.
I don't trust them.
I don't trust him either, but
I
Io
don't
would
trust
have
them
done
with
dope.
native English speakers. I don't know.
We got Braun Breaker defeats Dolph Ziggler for the NXT Championship. This was such a lackluster match compared to what they had in like the day before, the 2 days before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not as good.
I think you said it.
I think it was very unnecessary.
Yeah, like you said it last week. You said the match was extremely generic. It was a basic ass wrestling match and was nothing like. It was no excitement behind it. The crowd was not even behind it. Like, I think they did a boo boo here, and they could have just did it on NXT. They could have had Ziggler kind of have a better run and just go with that, because Ziggler was actually pretty good as NXT champ. I was actually digging where he was going with that.
I think they don't like to keep them there long, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's probably why, because the last person that came there wasn't there for very long. It was AJ. Beat up Grayson Waller and left.
Yeah.
So I think they need to change that format.
Yeah. It was different because I think he had the title, so I think you could have got a couple more things out of Ziggler, especially trying to establish new stars and stuff like that. You could have take advantage of Ziggler and make stars off of Ziggler.
Yeah, but what they did was the same. Is what I'm saying. They didn't give him time.
Yeah,
you showed up for like that. This whole arc wrapped up in like less than 2 months, I think.
Like this, honestly, you could have just had Breaker win the NXT. Then, if this was the plan, you could have had him lose at NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It
just kind of. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say it kind of seemed like okay, this is the Raw after WrestleMania. You guys don't know him, but here's Braun Breaker, and there you go, and that's your big debut. And it's like, no.
He didn't debut. He wrestled a couple times. He did 2 Raws already.
But to have him win like that was like, here's your new star.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this guy. And it's like, no, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, you're gonna get people not liking him with that shit. So I like the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But don't do that.
It feels like a Roman 2016.
Yeah, 100%. We got MVP. He ditched Bobby Lashley for a much bigger person in Omos.
A guy who won one match against anybody of renown.
Yeah.
Because everybody else was on the downfall. Not saying that Apollo wasn't good, but he was already sliding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, MVP, you need to pick better prospects.
Yeah.
How you going to ditch Bobby Lashley? Like, all right, whatever.
I was saying, like, honestly, they WWE like really dropped the ball with the Hurt Business, and seeing like where the Bloodline is now, and if you would have did just establishment with the Hurt Business, we could have had the Bloodline versus Hurt Business like a Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Even Scott Steiner's fucking mad about that. You see,
they could have had just a bigger stable in general if they had stayed together and then added Almost, because. All I see now is more black on black. What's going on?
Yep, that's all I see.
Why? Right. I will say my moment of Raw was MVP kicking Lashley in his face.
We had Carmella and Corey Graves pre-wedding makeout session, which is the crowd's faces were hilarious.
I mean, good for him.
Good for him.
Congratulations.
Congrats. We got Austin Theory and the Usos defeat RK Bro and Finn Balor.
Boo.
You see where the U.S. title is going to go.
I guess so, huh?
With no established story. Well, they had a story, but whatever. That is what it is. Edge and Damian Priest dish out a beatdown on AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm. It was all right.
I'm interested in seeing where they go with this, but
he's a gun.
Yeah, we said that last week. Like, yo, that's it. Like, the moment they invade your shit, that's it. They get shot.
Yeah.
And then
Gotcha.
I feel another repeat match, Street Profits versus Alpha Academy in a Tenorita tag. I'm not gonna take away that it was a good match. It was, but again, we seen them fight last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end with Roman Reigns stating his dominance, and this is another opportunity that they could have established a new person looking at the title scene.
Yeah, they didn't really have anybody. Nobody showed up.
No. So that was another place that was like, yo, that's kind of weak as well, because that's where you will kind of start your story, which I guess you did it on SmackDown, but you did not do it on Raw. Especially after Cody's version of what he said in his promo. You would think Cody would have came out.
Makes sense.
I'm just saying. Just because how his promo was that he wanted the world title and things like that. That only thing makes sense of him popping out when Roman Reigns was there. It doesn't have to be right away, but it could be established. Like, okay, I'm looking for your title.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Monero, where you give it?
I give it a B minus. It's not like any of the matches were bad.
Yeah.
It's just why the Ziggler Braun Breaker? That was the big question mark. I don't care. It just seems obvious they try to get the to beat up Finn. That's my only other thing, really.
Yeah.
And then it was just a lack of surprises and people repeating. It was just like,
yeah,
come on, man.
So I'm going a little lower than that. I'm going to C. I kind of want to give it a C minus, but I'm going to C. You have this hyped up as the WrestleMania. So I feel like after the whole Dolph Ziggler winning the world title thing, the Raw after WrestleMania became a thing. And then I feel like everything after that has not been as strong as that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that this is the Raw after WrestleMania, I see no direction where anyone, and not just of where storylines are going to go. You kind of see Cody and Seth, yes. They haven't established they're going to go after each other, but you kind of see it looks like it's going to keep going. You have Cody saying that he wants to go for the world title. They failed on him showing up with Roman to actually have exchange words. I think that would have been a better send-off for Monday Night Raw if you would have had Cody and Roman exchange words.
Mm-hmm.
Shitting on the U.S. champion.
Yeah, it's kind of whack.
I love the Usos. I love RK Bro, so it looks like they're going to be fighting to unify the tag titles, which I'm fine. I've been saying this for a while, that the tag titles should be unified because they don't have enough teams. And I'm fine with that. And the Usos being the double champs, I'm fine with that. RK Bro being double champs, I'm fine with that as well. So, again, they failed on the Bianca Belair being outside in the promo, and this is another time that you could have established a storyline going into Backlash or anything like that. But I feel like WrestleMania Backlash is going to be a bunch of fucking rematches, which is going to annoy me too.
The thing I think I forgot about that after last year, that this was a thing.
Yeah.
Because it was never a thing before.
No,
Backlash was something different before. And then last year they made it a WrestleMania Backlash. So
Backlash was always like right after WrestleMania, but it was never called WrestleMania Backlash. So now the fact that it's named WrestleMania Backlash, you're gonna get a bunch of rematches. That's pretty much what you're gonna get. And it's pretty much saying it. It's telling you that you're gonna get a shit ton of rematches. I was very disappointed with the Monday after WrestleMania. I was looking for more stuff. I was looking for more stuff to sink my teeth into to establish some storylines going into the next year and stuff like that. So I feel like they failed on the world title. I feel like they failed on the women's world title. There was no really much of established tag team storyline until Friday. There was no U.S. storyline until they kind of had, but it was not really there. So yeah, I'm gonna go C minus. Just because it's the Raw after Mania and y'all hype that shit so much.
Yes, sir.
NXT. I'm not gonna hold back anymore. Raw. NXT. I think NXT was my favorite show of WWE. Well, SmackDown was okay. Let's see. Gunther steps up to Braun Breaker with his new Rainbow title. It actually doesn't look bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I looked at it and like because the black strap, it kind of, you don't really notice the colors unless you really look at it. But yeah, they rainbow right the color.
They're not like manis. It's just they're darker than the other color, so it's not bad.
Yeah, and it like you have to really look at it to really notice the coloring because this still at least has the gold. So I'm okay with the belts. I honestly had a lot worse in mind.
Oh, okay.
I felt like they could have did a lot worse than this. A lot. Oh, yeah. Man. It would be like a surfboard that you come and...
I mean, it could have just been, they could have just gave them like both the same types of belt. They could have both had the white belts. And it would have looked a little, I think, worse on the guys.
Yeah. Like the white strap, honestly, the only title that really fits that white strap is the IC title. Like I've seen I remember seeing the Eagle title with the white strap, and I was never really crazy about it. I think the IC title is like one of the best looking ones with the white strap. The women's look good though. I'm fine with that. We got the Creed brothers are attacking after defeating Imperium.
That's actually pretty cool. I mean, I guess we see where it's going now.
Yep.
See what everything started to break down, and it's leading to. I guess I got to give him some credit for this because this one ended up leading to a story that. Well, I know I'm probably not gonna say anything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it technically led to a story for Friday because this is still continuing from Stand and Deliver, right? Mm-hmm. And then it leads to the match later, and then it leads to the betrayal. So yeah, I like it.
Next week we are actually going to have a tag team title match on Tuesday because MSK got stripped of the titles.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Because there were a lot of issues going on outside. Cat. What was his name? One of them got let go.
I don't know.
No, Carter. Nate Carter. He got let go.
Oh, Nash Carter.
Nash Carter, yeah, he got let go.
I see this.
There's a lot of issues with it, but from what I read from WWE, because of that Hitler picture, that's what got him let go. A lot of the other shit, it's just a lot of drama. But other than that, he's with the Gigi Dolan, so I'm like, all right, you're winning a little bit. Anyway, new North American champion Cameron Grimes was challenged by Solo Sikoa. I actually thought I was very happy that he got the title. Solo Sikoa being the first opponent. I think they can have a great match.
I agree 100%. I see though they're going a little more into the his character when he got the money. They're going back into it. You see it.
Yep.
There was a little bit where that wasn't the focus point, but now you see like the background with the stock numbers and all that stuff, the suit and slick back here. So
he was angry though.
Okay,
that's why.
Okay,
I'm happy to see him. He looks good with that North American title. Mm-hmm. North American title. Mm-hmm. That's the only one that actually didn't get the color scheme, which I'm happy.
Yeah,
because that would look weird with brown. That's why.
I figured that's such a unique looking belt already. There's no reason to change
it this quick. Title. I actually want that. I think that might be the next belt I'll get. It'll be the North American title.
Okay.
I actually really like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Dexter Lumis versus Duke Hudson and ended in a double count out.
Yeah. Still keeping the rivalry going strong. I see.
Yes. Jesus.
So does this mean that their women have officially dissolved the tag team? Like, what's going on? They trying to get each other's men to kill each other now. What's happening?
Yeah, that's how they fight. They don't have to fight each other. They just have their guys fight each other.
I guess so, right?
Anyway, Toxic Attraction defeat Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai to reclaim their tag team titles. We said this shit on the last cast.
Mm-hmm.
We said this, and we said Braun. I think we said Braun Breaker and Gunther is gonna fight. Those are two things we said right before the fucking show happened. So
Yes,
Take
sir.
credit. Anyway, it was a solid match.
I thought it was a good match. I think they hit the Toxic Attraction. I think hit the point where like they're pretty good as a tag team.
Yeah.
And of course, Raquel and Dakota.
Yeah.
Very good. It's just they because she left. I guess it makes it more obvious later, right? But I still kind of feel it was kind of like mad fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But
they didn't get a lot
it
of
is
time. It was like less than 10 minutes. Yeah. We got AJ Galante led by Tony D'Angelo, made men ceremony. He became the Don of NXT.
Yeah, so that's his
boy,
this benefactor. Is it? Is he the money man?
I guess he doesn't look rich though. He looks kind of.
No, I'm talking about his homie because he got the suit and the cut. I guess he's the one that sits at the desk.
Yeah, I think I think he got a cheap suit and he's just playing like he knows like what he's doing with his money.
Who you talking about? D'Angelo?
Yeah, Galante.
Where's he from? I don't know that
fucking know. He just popped up. I think Nick said he was there like a couple weeks ago. I do not recall him whatsoever. So that's how much I remember. Anyway, we got Nikita Lyons defeats Lash Legend.
I mean, they was talking all that smack, and there we go. So I'm glad she put her down so we can move past it. Now she don't have to run her mouth no more.
The match wasn't bad at all. Like I didn't have high hopes of this match because from what I've seen of Lash Legend, and it was not bad. It went straight to the point, but it wasn't a bad match. And Nikita Lyons looking strong as hell, and I think she's gonna be. I think I'll give it to maybe by SummerSlam. Nikita Lyons is gonna be NXT Women's Champion.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
because I figured you see they're phasing the older people like out, so I'm sure Mandy's not gonna be champ for long. And I'm not 100% sold on it being Cora Jade like the next champ. So
yeah,
so I mean maybe we got time.
Yeah,
you got 2 months, right? How many they do pay-per-views every 2?
Every 3, I think.
Every 3. Okay, so yeah. Like you said, so around that time. But you really think around that time Nikita's gonna be?
I will say Nikita and Mandy. I think Nikita would be the one to take the belt from Mandy.
She has to fight her soon, though.
Yeah.
I feel like she has to at least fight Mandy once soon.
Because right now she's getting her wins up. She has. I think she's 3-1 because she did lose one match.
Yes, she did lose one.
Yeah, so she has she's getting momentum and she has the crowd behind her. I think that it makes a lot of sense if you just give it she'd be the one to take it from Mandy. I'll take her over this chick, Cora Jade. And then the main event, Braun Breaker defeats Gunther to retain the NXT Championship.
Crazy. It's a good ass match, man.
It was really good.
You talk about hard hitting. It's a hell of a hard hit match.
I will say that was Braun Breaker's hardest hitting match.
Yeah.
And he fought 2 hard hitters.
Yeah, basically 2 of the hardest hitters in NXT, Ciampa and freaking Gunther.
Yeah.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah. So good match.
But he showcased that strength though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, getting Gunther that high, I was very impressed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was like, oh damn. That's a lot of man. Anyway, what do you give NXT?
I'm gonna give it I want to say A-. It was a very, very good show. Like, match wise, great. Story wise, it kept things moving. I can't be mad. But like that, the main event, very good. Lions and Last Legend, very good. Damn, I'm just talking about all the matches. Like most of them were freaking very good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it was solid A. Like it was a really good show. A really good
and the story stuff with Breaker and Gacy, that was the thing that happened. So
in between that, and they kidnapped his daddy.
Again, story stuff. It is different. So, got to give it credit. Yeah.
They kidnapped the dog face gremlin.
Roop. Shout outs to FTR. I don't know if you saw that picture.
Yeah.
It was the two. I think it was after the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The old man Steiners on the opposite sides of FTR. And Dax is like Boogie. I mean, might as well let him fight before Scott Steiner is in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah. One more
For
time.
trying to challenge your boss or something. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go solid A with that show. I'm definitely would give it. It had a lot of stuff to establish and keep building on it, so I'm fine with that. All right. We go to AEW and AEW Dynamite. We kick off with Christian Cage versus Adam Cole.
I thought it was a very good match.
Solid match.
Props all around. Christian has been. He doesn't get credit because he's Christian and he's good, but man, yeah, he's still great. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Don't put that out there. I don't think Christian's had a bad match since he came back.
No, he has a lot of solid matches.
So.
You got Owen Hart men's tournament match. Samoa Joe versus Matt Caster, and Matt Caster got destroyed.
As he should have been.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a better outcome for this match. I think it was good. Good on him. I liked his rap. This one, I like Joe's reactions, just shrugging it off because he's like, "I'm still beat your ass."
Captain Sean Dean defeats Sean Spears.
I love it.
Warlow.
They used you always believe in the captain, but obviously continuing the story with Warlow. So I like it.
Kingston, Santana, Ortiz speak, and then there's a big fight between the Jericho Appreciation Society and all that stuff. And then we lead into a tag team match with the Butcher and the Blade versus the Hardy Boys.
All I have to say
Tables match
is that Butcher has to hate Jeff Hardy at this point. Because everything he does, he hits the Butcher full force. It's hilarious, dude. Still, though, it wasn't that bad. It was just, there was one part though that made me kind of go, y'all couldn't have done better than that. It was just the first elimination made me mad. Why you slam Jeff on that not propped up table?
You that confused the shit out of me too. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was I get they counted it. They said, it was an attack through a table, an offensive maneuver, right? Yes, I get that, but you couldn't have stood the table up. That was weird.
We got the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. Sheeta defeats Julia.
I thought it was a right match. Yeah, Sheeta and Julia was Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
It was okay. I think it was a little bit of weirdness on the match. Julia kind of lost her way, but I think it might be because of the eye patch. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's time to take the eye patch off.
Yeah.
You see the paint, right?
Yeah.
She's already turned.
Yeah.
She's like a zombie. She turned, and Cheetah was not playing.
She's gonna start biting people's faces off.
I mean, you see the aggression, but in that match, literally, Cheetah just flipped the switch and started beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
That is the clip they have even on the YouTube is when Cheetah flipped on her. So I thought that was pretty funny.
All right, and then our main event was the AAA and ROH Tag Team Champions. FTR defeats the Young Bucks.
Good match.
So, I liked the match. The match was really good. It was really good for a long time. And then, all right, so I have one issue, and this is because the fucking ref. And the ref just pisses me off because I honestly hate that guy in tag matches. The guy that was refereeing that match, I hate him.
Remsfeld? I think he did the ball guy?
Yeah, I can't stand that guy. I really can't. So my issue was, he was directly looking at the title getting smacked into the dude's face. His face was right there. You cannot tell me you didn't see that shit. You were right there.
He has no, the secret is he has no peripheral vision.
He's just those are the things that really tick me off because you take me off the match. Other than that, the match was great. The Young Bucks actually worked tag team maneuvers and actually took the time to tag and things like that. It was just not. If sometimes I feel like when you throw the Young Bucks in a match, just make it a Texas Tornado match because y'all don't fucking count them.
And it's also they do have a tempo that they go to with certain people.
Yeah.
Not so much with FTR, but they've done it with FTR.
Yeah.
But this time they took more of the FTR tempo, which was honestly, my opinion, a better style of wrestling.
No, 100%, and it was a better match because of that. But that was the other thing is like I understand the rules. AEW has 10 count. They have a 10 count for the person in the ring, but referees need to count fucking 10.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. They just like, come on, please get out the ring. They don't count. They can establish your dominance. Just start fucking counting.
Yep.
Those are my only issues with this match. This match was fucking great, but and I'm not the biggest Young Bucks fan. And I'll call it out every single time. But when I enjoy something, I enjoy something. I enjoyed the match. But first thing, that referee, he cannot do tag matches because he annoys the shit out of me. And every time he referees, I'm already know I'm gonna get annoyed because he does dumb shit. And the other thing is, I swear to God, he did see them fucking get hit with the belt, and he just like, oh shit, I was not supposed to be looking this way.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. We gotta put Bryce Rumsfeld on the does this man have eyes list?
Yeah.
Does this man have eyes?
Like, at least wear a pair of glasses, then I'll understand that you blind. But Jesus Christ, out of a match that was it was 100% an A+ match, and these guys are going at it. For you to make that dumb mistake, man, come on, man, you should get kicked in the dick. I'm serious, tired of this shit. Anyway, good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a hell of a match. AEW actually kicked ass this week. Like both shows were extremely solid, but this one was actually really good. FTR is wrestling on another level, and I'm actually very proud of those guys, and I'm actually excited to see the other tag teams they are gonna fight.
Yep.
Go to Impact Wrestling.
Yes, please. Yes, sir.
Let's see you guys meet some of the other tag teams in there. Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, that's true. The Bullet Club. The new Bullet Club.
Yeah. Man. So there's a lot of stuff I want to see with them. So, AEW, where you give it?
I give it a solid A.
Yeah. I give it a solid A too, but fuck that referee. That guy pisses me off. Anyway, yeah, I give it a solid A. It was a hell of a show. I cannot deny that. I did not get to watch Impact. Impact was mainly it was kind of a recap of multiverse matches, which was a hell of a pay-per-view. If you didn't get to watch it, I recommend watching it. It had some really good matches on there. But next week, I think your boys, me, Minion with the Opinion, and Jabstar will be on TV on the right corner of the entranceway. That's where we were at. I'm pretty tall, so you probably definitely see me.
Yes, sir.
So we'll probably be on next week's and the following week's shows. I don't know which order, so that's the thing. They don't tell you the order they're gonna film. They're gonna be put on. Some things you can tell where it's gonna be at, but other than that, they don't really tell you where it's gonna be. But yeah. And then now we go to Friday Night SmackDown.
Sure.
We kick off. Oh wow, they don't even have the damn. Where's the damn result? They didn't even give me the damn result. Anyway, didn't oh shit. God damn it. My fault. Because SmackDown's results ain't gonna give me it. So I go CBS News because they'll give me it. Anyway. Yeah. Roman Reigns comes out. He kicks off the show, right? No, Ronda Rousey kicks off the show.
Kayla was out there, and then Ronda came out.
Yeah. Yes. And she challenges Charlotte Flair to a I Quit match.
Hopefully it's a better match than the last one.
Yeah, I don't care. I just don't. Then we got Xavier Woods defeats Butch in a solid match and with the ultimate small package.
I think the one thing we were missing though is the fact that they came out talking on the way to the ring, and they tore them down.
Yeah.
Kofi tore them down. I thought that was hilarious. Woods tore them down. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good
That was
stuff.
good.
Good promo.
They taken away Xavier's King moniker, which is kind of bothering me.
Why not? What happened? They can't
Um,
call him King Woods now?
he's not King Woods no more. He's not coming out with the crown.
I saw him at the
The award show, yeah.
no. I thought he was still King Woods as of WrestleMania. I saw the pictures, the official pictures with him and Zelina.
He didn't come out to the King Woods theme. He came out to New Day.
Really? That's true. Oh yeah, that's true. Last week was the last time. Yeah, you're right.
I'm a little sad about that, but again, hopefully New Day gets back on track, and you need them in the tag team division. So
I guess.
yeah,
I want King Woods
me too.
as a single star. Not to abandon Kofi,
Yeah,
but when's he gonna have his time?
yeah. I'm just saying, IC title looks mighty bright right there.
Also, shout outs to Butch.
Butch is great. Like he's
Shout outs to
hilarious.
Butch. Making lemons making lemonade out of lemons, man. He is going all in, yo. Pete, I love Pat McAfee. He said Pete on commentary. Oh my god! But yeah, shout outs to Pete Dunne.
No, Pete Dunne was one of his boys versus Undisputed Era.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I like his character because he's just angry as fuck, and he just wants to beat up
He
everybody.
just throws a tantrum. He's on the turnbuckle pouting like.
Like beating up his teammates.
Yep.
I was all for that. He fucking slapped
He's mad.
Ryan Holland.
He's
Ridge Holland.
mad.
That's funny. All right. What else we got? We got the debuting of Gunther fought some Joe named Joe.
Joe Alonso.
He got his ass handed.
R.I.P. He was executed on live television.
I like the red.
But you see that, right?
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, this is the reason why I say that this wasn't as bad as Raw is because I like at least the presentation of Gunther.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, the crowd's reaction to him was pretty good because they appreciated him murdering that dude. So he's gonna be all right.
I like the colors. I like the red.
Yeah.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Very clean. Very clean. Yeah.
Marcel Bartel is now Ludwig Kaiser.
That's so.
It sounds like a
racist.
German word for penis.
It's a literal tank.
Scheiße.
His name is literally Ludwig Tank. I think Kaiser means tank, or no, Kaiser means king. I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone that named their penis.
It's very, very racist. Without being racist, I'm sorry. Sorry, German listeners.
Yep. Happy Corbin and Mad Cat Moss.
Brawl. Finally dissolve. Go get you some, Mad Cat. Go get you some.
Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn by a count out.
I mean, it was alright. I like it more for the story of Sammy running his mouth and then you see what he gets. That's why I like the match.
We got a pre-tape interview with Lacey Evans, kind of discussing her rough upbringing and kind of going babyface. And this kind of her telling. It looks like she's gonna go babyface
until she tries to commit some type of holy war, and she thinks she has to kill somebody on screen. She's a babyface.
Yeah,
because she's wearing camouflage.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's gonna be till she starts talking about America. They're gonna make her the new what's his name that got canned, right? Elias's excuse me.
What was his name?
Yeah, exactly. What was his name?
Exactly. Jackson Weicker.
Yeah, she did. Be careful, Lacey.
Yeah.
They might try to label you something else.
And the main event was Liv Morgan defeats Sasha Banks.
Very good match.
That's the last match, and then we end with Roman Reigns coming out, establishing.
Here's my one gripe with SmackDown was they went way too quick on the transition from the Liv, Sasha, and the story behind it to Roman. Like they kind of gave it like 10 seconds of Naomi being disappointed and saying it's gonna be all right, and Michael Cole being like, And and right away, here's a story of Roman Reigns. I'm like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even let people marinate on it. All right.
Yeah. I did like the last promo. He's saying like if I have two belts, his cousins have to have two belts, so they're going to unify the tag titles. And then our boy Nakamura comes out and gets beat up.
Roadblock Nakamura. Yes.
And it looks like it's gonna be built on to Nakamura being against Roman Reigns at Backlash. I'm for Nakamura for a world title push, for to be getting a title shot and things like that. I'm 100% for it. Please let us have a good match and not a squash match. That's all I ask.
I'm not mad with shenanigans in the match. I'll put it that way. A squash match, no, but I'm not mad with shenanigans because Roman's not losing no time. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I'm having that.
Next week on SmackDown, we were gonna have the IC title match with Jinder Mahal and Ricochet, and Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn again.
We'll see.
And whatever. Anyway, SmackDown, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
B plus.
I didn't think it was the best show this week, but it was definitely not Raw. They did the thing they had to do. I felt we got Raquel, we got Gunther and Ludwig, and not for nothing, he murdered a man on television. He murdered a man. We got, like you said, we got the advancement of the championship scene, right?
Yeah.
We got the info on the tag title scene. So now we have four of those belts. Now we know what's happening with them.
Yeah.
It's better than Raw. So.
Yeah.
And
I'll give it.
Here's the other thing. I gotta give him credit. Even people like Jinder just being in the back but talking, it helps. Just saying.
Yeah. I definitely like. I'm gonna go B minus. Like again, I wanted a bit more for SmackDown after WrestleMania, but I think we got more out of this show than we got on Raw. We got the conclusion of where the belt's gonna go with the tag in the world. We see Nakamura getting stepped up, so basically he's most likely gonna be Roman Reigns' match at Backlash. And then I Liv beating Shasta Banks, good match. Surprised that she actually beat her, but also it also gives some more drama into this tag team division as well because they need it. I don't care for Ronda and Charlotte. I could be done with that and be perfectly fine. Again, another different challenger for Charlotte would have been nice, but again, WrestleMania Backlash is going to be a bunch of rematches.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
Shame on you, Rhea. Shame on you. That's all I gotta say. Shame on you, Rhea.
She lost the directions. She got directions from Veer, and then she couldn't make it.
She just can't play along with other people. That's the story here.
Veer gave her
Nikki was right all along.
Yes. Veer gave her directions, and
Damo said it. Damo said it last week.
Yeah.
Nikki was right all along.
Yep.
Where is she? She's not hurt. I saw her looking great
there
at WrestleMania.
She's catering again.
Yeah, I guess so. Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. We got AEW Rampage coming up next on our review. Bryan Danielson versus Trent Beretta.
I just gotta say it from the beginning. Two badass matches on this show. That first one, very, very good. Very, very good. That was a good showcase for Trent.
Yeah.
He just needs the right person. I'm just saying. Trent is good. It's just he is kind of saddled with the best friend stuff.
Yeah.
He does kind of get saddled down. So,
Hook is in the back, and Don Helsing jumps out of the trash can. Got you this time.
He ate garbage chips. Shame on you, there. Trying to get that man's power.
Yeah, he found out that's where he's gonna get it. I'm actually this is making me laugh, so I'm entertained by this. Seeing QT Marshall getting kicked in the head made me happy. So,
why you gotta be like this, Mark?
Huh?
Why you gotta be like this?
I'm just saying. I'm happy he got kicked in the head.
Damn it, QT. Next time, QT. Next time.
Owen Hart Foundation Tournament qualifying match. Willow Nightingale versus Red Velvet. That
was an awesome match. It's just Red Velvet. I just feel she does things that I think she's not great at, and she puts that as a part of her moveset. And I think if she stripped some of that stuff out, she'd be a better, like, her matches would actually look better. Because
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, her trying to punch Willow, just, I don't care if your father's a boxer. You're like 5 foot nothing and 100 pounds. Why are you hitting that obviously big woman?
Yeah.
And you want me to buy that?
I think that's something in general with just AEW women's wise. There's no like size difference of how someone gets punched. Like if you get punched by
Well,
anyone, you could be 2 feet
well, I would.
tall.
It's the not as
Yeah.
it's the not as seasoned ones doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because again, in matches usually with like Nyla, you don't see that from some of the people she's fighting because she's usually fighting the upper end of the
Yeah.
girls, right? If not, it's a squash match.
Yeah.
But when you get people like Red Velvet, who's not that, it's not that seasoned at all, and you see her fighting somebody who's up and coming like Willow, and she's a big girl, like your punches, girl, stop. You're making yourself look like you don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't care if you have perfect form when you throw a jab, you're not hurting her. Stop it. So that was my real like takeaway from that match was that was a match where you saw the clear divide in who was better than who.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care for it.
I thought you said Willow looked dope. What happened?
Huh?
I thought you said Willow looked dope. What happened?
I like Willow. I didn't care for that match though.
I got you.
She had a good match with Mercedes Martinez at the ROH event.
What is she purely free agent?
Yeah, so I think she was part of ROH in the women's division and stuff like that. So most likely she might get signed by AEW.
Okay, I got you. I don't know where the hell she came from. I just saw her a lot, just around.
And then I think she wrestled on our I think she was at our show, our Impact show. I think she challenged Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then our main event was Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. And this was a hell of a match.
Man, I think this is probably my favorite match of the week.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a story told in that match, though. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Like, Yuta was not going down, man. That's how you do it. When you have matches where it's like, oh God, these guys, they get hit with everything in the kitchen sink and they don't go down, and it looks like nothing's effective. I think this match just shows you how to do that. No, you don't need all the blood, like that's situational.
Yeah.
But did it add to the story? 100%.
Yeah.
And did the way just Mox just manhandled him and he just kept going. He just kept going and kept going. I felt it. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I think this was that match. This was the match to make him something. Like he's gonna be talked about after this match. Mm-hmm. And with the blood, I don't like the blood. Blood don't have to be something, but it did tell the story in this match. Mm-hmm. Like towards the end of the match and just how he looked in the end of the match with the respect for Rigo and shit like that, it sold me. It sold me on the group. It sold me what they're doing with this group, and I'm all for it. So, one of the better AEW rampages.
Yes,
100%. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A.
I would agree.
I'll take away a little bit for the women's match. The women's match wasn't all that up to me, but then again, the rest of the show was really good. So, and Dan Housie and Hook made me laugh. And QT Marshall got kicked in the head, so that's always a bonus.
It's just because you never been to the Hard Rock Cafe that's shaped like a guitar. That's why. And seen his boots on display. Come on,
funky
man.
Ass boots.
How you QT? I'm sure at least did not give them funky boots. Come on, man.
He probably did. He probably only had 2 pairs, and he gave him the one that was used the most.
No, he is not. No, I'm sure he is not broke and only has 2 pair of boots. Man, come on.
Hey, man, he has other places. He's like strip clubs.
Let me find out. QT got a reputation.
Oh yeah, him and Hook used to go to the strip clubs
on the Vegas Strip. It's just QT and Hook.
Just QT and Hook.
I'd like to see that as a movie. See a
It'll be
QT
like a
fucking just going.
hangover. Just
Yeah,
have
just going
Denzel
on.
singing with them as well.
Yep. Yep.
And just some random, I guess Keith Lee. You just put Keith Lee in that
Keith
group.
Lee.
He'll be the Christian one, the very
He just be Keith Lee,
unexposed
I
guy.
guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. We got Hangover
Oh,
like part
shit.
4.
There you go.
QT Marshall, and then he just get kicks in the head. As long as he gets
Why-
kicked in the head at
what-
least
what?
once or twice in the movie, I'm 100% behind this.
All right, but it has to be Malachi Black then.
Malachi Black come out of nowhere. He probably used the bouncer in the strip club. He went too close and tried to touch, and he got kicked in the head.
Didn't read the sign. No filming.
I think we got a movie going. Let's just pitch
Yeah,
this to
all
QT
right.
Marshall.
Okay, let's go.
Like, Mark QT, I'm not the biggest fan of you, but I'm a big fan of you getting kicked in the head. I have a movie for you.
It's messed up.
Oh man. You know what? Shout outs to that Rey Mysterio shirt that Xavier Woods is wearing. I actually looked it up and I actually might buy it.
What shirt he
That
wearing?
button down he wore for the award show that the WrestleMania weekend, the Hall of Fame. It was
Is
like
that a part of? Is that a part of Ray's line, or is that just a like
it's
WWE?
it's a
or
company
like a
that's
custom?
making them. They have other shirts too. They have like Ultimate Warrior and it has a bunch of the Ultimate Warrior symbols. They have Austin one, the same thing, but the Rey Mysterio one is like a light blue, but it has all the Mysterio masks all over the shirt.
Okay,
Looks
gotcha.
pretty dope.
I just like his fit the entire weekend. He looked like a almost like he came out of a time machine,
Yep.
bringing back that 70s. I won't call him a pimp, but
Oh yeah, and especially on Attack of the Show, he did the full get up.
with that fro, hell yeah, and
Yeah.
the bell bottoms, come on.
Yep. Our boy Matt Cardona won his 7th title yesterday.
Good for him. I believe. What was the? Do you know the name of the federation that he won it from?
I do not know,
I
but
think it was called APW. I'm not. 100%
I think it was
sure.
APW too. You know what? I'm actually right on his page right now.
So shout outs to the belt collector of 2022, Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. He's
Godspeed.
the
We
ultimate.
hope you finish your quest.
Ultimo Broski.
Ultimo Bros. Yes,
He's
sir.
almost there. He needs 4 more to go.
No, he
5
didn't.
more to go.
He didn't. I was because okay. Remember when we saw those pictures of people taking pictures with Ultimo last weekend?
Yeah.
I was hoping there's a Broski picture. He should have took a picture with him and all the belts.
ASW.
ASW. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
So now he has his 7th title, and we're waiting for that Ultimo pick, Broski. But congrats. I can't wait so on our show of Impact, they go full heel, so they actually have the whole full heel turn on our show, and I'm actually excited to see on TV.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm excited. It was really cool, and how they did it was really cool. So, but yeah, shout out to Broski, 7th title. So hopefully
Hell
he gets
yeah.
like the whole Ultimate Dragon picture one day. Ultimate Dragon had like 12 belts.
Mm-hmm.
That was his thing, but that was all won at one shot. It was not all like. It was a big cruiserweight tournament, and he won the 12 titles in that cruiserweight tournament. Anyway, podcast we listened to. Oh yeah, we gave AEW a review, right? Right? Yes, we did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, podcast we listen to. This is a little segment to give you some cast to listen to while you're bored or somewhere. Talking Shop has Moose on. I just saw that now. What was it? Renee Parquette had. Did you listen to the Hornswoggle one with Renee Parquette?
No. I just
That was actually a really good conversation. Definitely check that one out. William Regal is on the AEW podcast.
Oh, okay. Good stuff.
Randall is on Ryan Saint's podcast, and he also did another one I can't think of.
He did Pat McAfee, and I heard that. And
that one
that
was
is
good
probably
news.
the best podcast I heard like in a while.
Yeah.
I should have I meant to tell you before we started this, like earlier in the
Oh, I
week,
listened
but
to it.
like that's a good podcast. God damn.
I like his interview because they just cursed up a storm and everything. I love it.
I just like to hear that unfiltered Randy though, because he was just saying stuff, man. He's like, these guys, they out here trying to. I'm in the ring trying to protect myself. They
Yeah,
trying to kill me.
yeah,
And that's when he was talking about Edge. He was like, it felt so good to be in the ring with somebody who really knows what
yeah.
they're doing in the ring. And I was like,
Who's he
He said
talking
some stuff
about?
about NXT guys coming in there. He said, I've been in the ring with some NXT guys. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
I'm just like, tell him, Randy. Tell him.
I want to know who. Come on,
I
name
do,
him.
I do want to know.
I want beef.
I do want to know. But I'm just saying, he's not wrong, man. A lot of the stuff that he's saying, younger people who like wrestling need to listen to what he's like. Why he's saying what he's saying is because, like, dude, he's 42 and he looks like that.
Yeah,
And he can still do it at the highest level. It's because he's not trying to break his neck every time for a cheap pop.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Just saying.
this is true.
Or break the other person's nose to get a goddamn reaction. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that either. Stop breaking people's nose.
Just saying.
Yes.
Y'all know what y'all doing. Sports entertainment.
I just always
Just
think
saying.
Will Smith lost praise.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you, Jericho. Thank
Half
you,
new
Jericho, for
combat.
that one. Half new combat. Sports
There you go.
entertainment.
Right. So yeah, shout outs to that Johnny Gargano on CVV and Chris Van Vliet, and he's also on Renee Parquet's last week as well. That was actually a good conversation.
Also, before we wrap it up for that, there was one that was not a podcast that I retweeted it. It was like a mini event. It was a reunion for the party minus Creed. He was not there, but Chug, Swiss, and Breeze were streaming Tiger. Not I think it was No, it was PGA. It's PGA.
Yeah, PJ Golf. I watched some of the stream.
So much fun. So much fun.
I miss those guys together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now,
But shout outs to Cesaro, because if you don't know, he streams as well. So
yeah, I follow him. I watch some of his stuff. He's actually quite funny,
Yes.
and he actually is showing people how to make coffee and shit. I'm all for that.
nice.
But yeah, I love Cesaro. I really do, and I hope he lands somewhere. Lands somewhere that will appreciate him. I would love to see him in Impact.
I hope he ends up with Regal though.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen too. Like when I looked at that team, I was like, "Yo, Cesaro will be fucking deadly
Yeah,
on that team."
man. Yeah, man.
Like who will he cheat? You should have him cheat someone. Like Lee Moriarty. Like when he's in a match, just have him run in there and just fucking uppercut the shit out of him. Or QT Marshall. That's fine. You can just
Why you gotta? If he puts him in the giant swing, I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
But why he gotta beat him up though?
I don't know. I just want him to get hurt. In a
Damn.
professional manner, not injured.
Okay. All right.
Because I want to keep seeing him get kicked in the face. So I don't want him to get hurt. Well, I don't want to get injured. I want him to get hurt. I don't want to get injured.
Exactly.
So I want the kicks in
show
the
up for work.
face.
Yes.
So I just want more kicks in the face or uppercuts to the neck. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Yes, it was a long weekend of wrestling, a long WrestleMania weekend, but we covered everything else. If you want to hear our verdicts of the WrestleMania, definitely listen to that last week's show. It's kind of a long one, but we go into WrestleMania with our buddy Mighty Nick, so definitely check that out when you get a chance. I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. You can listen to us every week. We are on Spotify at Red Cyclone Inc. That's the easiest way to listen. And also give us 5 stars. You can rate that podcast. And yeah, 5 stars where we find you. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the mic. Follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. That is Red Cyclone Inc. Anywhere and everywhere. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. Then that is also WordPress.
Yep.
Check us out.
How much do you think it will cost to have like red cyclone ink like painted on like the heel of Alex the Black's foot when he kicked QT Marshall.
Probably not that much. He'll probably do it for the $50.
Hey, if he does it $50, he's sold.
I'm just saying, I don't think he minds kicking QT in the head. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
think so either. He looks like a very kickable guy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, last thing, shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They're actually doing a live FWF soon. Me and my boy Raph are thinking of going, so if you're interested, let me know. I gotta find out what day it is. I think it's on a weekday though. So, but it's in Long Island. You might actually take the drive up there. And there's a autograph signing. You buy a ticket, it's free autograph signings.
Cool.
So definitely check that out. All right, peace out, laters, and stay tuned for guest